Boom. For those of you guys watching, I'm gonna show you guys the best settings for console and PC, as well as how to do an overclock. Now, we'll get to overclock after, but for my console people out there, right? You guys want the best possible visibility, and what have you. Use these settings. You can use these on PC, you can use these on any console, use these on Switch, right? So what you're gonna want to run is compact for this, for your interact prompt. This is probably the big one, bro. I swear to God, I be seeing people have this on default and those big pop-ups when they're hovering over attachments. It's crazy. You don't need that, right? Copy all these settings exactly how they are. This one though, right here, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This one is personal preference. These two are preference. I mean, I would recommend just having it off. You don't really need to see like the crosshair, like, you know, the little X when you shoot people. I mean, you know when you're shooting somebody, right? Stacking, definitely the best, right? Obituaries, please put this on. This is like the kill feed. People have this off and don't know what's going on. Keep this on. I trust, okay? If you're playing on controller, I would recommend using auto sprint. If you're not, you're throwing. Auto sprint is a game changer. You don't rarely ever need to walk in Apex, honestly. All this personal preference. So I actually keep on streamer mode because in the kill feed, it actually will tell me what legend is killing what legend. So if I'm pushing a team, right, it'll say like Lifelines 8720 or whatever, or Newcastle, etc. This gives you more information and you can push like more accordingly, knowing what you're dealing with. But, you know, personal preference. For a controller, this is the godsend. 4-3 linear is probably the most universal sense that a lot of pros use and a lot of, you know, good players use, honestly, because it works, right? It's very responsive. It gives you the best results. But if you're not a big fan of linear or your controller's old, I recommend running classic with no dead zone. And if you do have a little bit of stick drift, put it on small. But just know stick drift is actually good in Apex, because stick drift means your aim assist is on 100% of the time. So like you'll always have that rotational aim assist, from what I've heard, as long as you have stick drift. It, you know, makes it better. So take that as you will, but this is what I use. I use default everything because I have paddles. I use the DualSense Edge overclock, which I'm gonna get to that in a minute. This part for my PC nerds. All this right here, I keep everything on low and off because the game looks good regardless of what you set this to. This gives you the maximum FPS possible. Maximum FPS possible right here, while the game's still looking good. Everything off. And then audio is audio, like no one cares about that. I just set it to 100 and forget about it. Right? But this is a bonus tip. This next part of this video is only going to be for my my PC demons, okay? So this is a PC only stuff we're going to do now, right? So in the description, I'm actually going to leave the link to the Overclock software, and I'm going to show you what to do with that in a second. But for my PC people out there, right? You're going to want to go into your Nvidia control panel if you're on an Nvidia graphics card. Okay. You're gonna want to set this to no scaling on your monitor. I just think it feels good, personally, but you know, to each their own. You're gonna want to set things exactly how I have it here. I'm gonna manage for these settings. You're just gonna want to copy these. I'll go down slowly. Copy all of this. Why is that off? Not supposed to be off. That's weird. That's probably what my game feels like, cheeks. All right, anyway. Keep that on. Do not turn that off. That's huge. Low latency mode is huge. Don't put it on ultra. Just keep it on. Everything, just copy as it is here. I've watched so many videos on like best performance, and I swear these settings right here are universal for like all games on PC. Well, all this sets off, and low latency mode sets on. And maximum performance for your power management. Boom. Yes. Okay. Alright, so then the next part is the game files. You're going to want to open up saved. You're going to want to type saved into Cortana or find your saved games folder. For me, it's users. It's gonna be like local disk, users, whatever your name is, saved games. You want to find Apex, go to local. You're gonna go into video config, right? You're just gonna straight up copy all this stuff. Exactly how it is. Okay. Do not touch your display width or this. Don't mess with this unless you're gonna use stretch res. If you're gonna do stretch res and you would like, I would recommend finding a video on how to do stretch res and that'll tell you what to do. But this is what yours should look like, right? Leave that up for a minute. Yes, exactly. Do what Keisha's saying. Like and subscribe right now. Right now. All right, and the next part is the last part. This is going to be the overclock, okay? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go, after you download the overclock, wherever you decide to download it to, open up the overclock. Right, you're going to go to driver, setup. You're going to find your controller. It should say audio endpoint, insert controller name. Now, keep in mind that overclocking does not work on Xbox controllers. It is only for PlayStation controllers and certain there's brands that do have Xbox controller variants that can be overclocked, but mainly PlayStation gonna be a PlayStation 4 roller, okay? Or PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. What you do is if you don't know which one is your controller, you're just gonna unplug it, plug it back in. Mine's already overclocked, so it'll say, you know, 8,000 for me. So on a side note, I've spent way too long trying to figure out which one of these is the best. Some people say to leave it at 1,000, that 8,000 is too much. I noticed for the older DualSense Edge controllers, the ones that end with a 1 instead of, I believe, an A, these ones are really, really wonky, and they don't respond well on 1,000, so I just keep mine on 8,000. So if you're on PS4 controller, put it to 1,000. If you're on PS5, put it to 1,000 or 8,000. Test them, see which one feels better. 8,000 is going to lose a lot more of your CPU resources. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is only for PlayStation controllers. This isn't cheating. I know a lot of people worry about that. It is used by Call of Duty professionals, Fortnite professionals, high-kill players on all different types of games. They're on controller. All this is doing is just overclocking your USB slot and allowing it to receive data faster. So I'm not worried about getting in trouble or anything like that. This is 100% okay. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this video did help you guys. Like and subscribe. Do what Keisha say. Be like Keisha. Like and subscribe to the video. Thank you guys so much, and I hope that this helped.